This is an ABC News special report. Now reporting, George Stephanopoulos.
Good morning. We are coming on the air right now with breaking news in the Russia investigation. Special counsel Robert Mueller has indicted longtime Trump associate Roger Stone.
We have some major breaking news in the Mueller investigation.
Roger Stone, who advised President Trump's 2016 presidential campaign, has been arrested.
Roger Stone is under arrest in Florida. That, according to special counsel Robert Mueller's office.
Former Trump advisor Roger Stone has been arrested in Fort Lauderdale.
Roger Stone arrested following an indictment, we're told, that was yesterday, but he's just arrested this morning.
Mr. Stone was arrested in Fort Lauderdale today.
This is what the first sounds that Roger Stone woke up to this morning was the FBI pounding on his door and shouting this. I want to just play this for a moment.
FBI, open the door.
He is facing the prospect of a lengthy jail term where he'd be convicted of all the charges that he faces.
1 count of obstruction of justice.
1 count of obstruction of an official proceeding.
5 counts of making false statements.
Obstruction and false statements.
Witness tampering.
5 counts of giving false statements.
And 1 count of witness tampering.
It ought no longer be possible for Donald Trump and his supporters to say that the Robert Mueller probe has found no evidence of collusion in the 2016 election campaign.
I am falsely accused of making false statements during my testimony to the House Intelligence Committee. That is incorrect. Any error I made in my testimony would be both immaterial and without intent. I find it disturbing that the special counsel's office released a press release prior to informing my attorneys that I would be charged today.
The charges brought against Mr. Stone have nothing to do with the president. That's what I'm clear on, and that's what I can tell you about it today.
Roger Stone, in essence, Donald Trump's kind of political fixer, a man with a long history of playing dirty tricks.
CNN spent a significant time not only looking for information of WikiLeaks, but also reporting on it. Does that mean CNN is guilty of collusion?
America is under attack. InfoWars is under attack. I am under personal attack. They kick in the door of my house at 5 o'clock in the morning, guns drawn. They handcuff me like I'm a drug dealer.
This scares me. You know, when you put handcuffs on people as a federal agent, you watch your kids come out crying at 5 o'clock in the morning. Now imagine you didn't do anything wrong. We investigate crimes in search of people. We don't investigate people and then find the crimes later.
The president weighed in on this just a short time ago on Twitter, saying it's the greatest witch hunt in the history of our country. No collusion. Border coyotes, drug dealers, and human traffickers are treated better. Who alerted CNN to be there?
They should be ashamed of themselves. They're not journalists. They're killers of the truth now. That's their new job.
The indictment also mentions 2 unnamed people. One apparently people they've gotten testimony from or text messages or email. Somebody who has a large online presence, and it sounds like perhaps a radio talk show host.
Shame on the mainstream corporate media for not defending the First Amendment.
Stone has been indicted in order to squeeze him into testifying.
I believe this Mueller probe is a cover-up. I believe the Mueller probe in and of itself was initiated to cover up a lot of DOJ and FBI malfeasance.
America is falling to real tyranny if the president doesn't take action, appoint the special counsel on Uranium One, and so much more.
I won't bend. I won't break. I won't fade. I won't quit. I'm not going to testify against Donald Trump and make up lies that they suggest to ease the pressure on myself.
You know, they better charge you with the Kennedy assassination at the end of the day after doing this to you or anybody.
My testimony is both accurate and truthful, but I'm not even allowed to have a copy of it.
Did you find his answers credible?
No, I didn't. Not at all.
I've been targeted for one reason and one reason only. I'm loyal to the President of the United States.
Did you ever talk to the president about Julian Assange or WikiLeaks ever?
Absolutely not.
The longtime political operative and friend of Donald Trump said the special counsel indictment is baseless and politically motivated.
Well, InfoWars is still standing, bleeding, but in the fight.
I will fight these charges. I have excellent lawyers. I have my deep belief in God. I have the strong support of not only my family, but the InfoWars family.
Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about troubling trend of irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
Plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these stories simply aren't true without checking facts first. Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 The barbarian vote.
Anyone here been in the army?
Yes. I served with you at Vindavana.
You can help me. Whatever comes out of these gates, we've got a better chance of survival if we work together. Do you understand? If we stay together, we survive.
Pleased to bring you